ladies and gentlemen, give a big hand to the divine Edda Magnusson. Thank you so much. Edda will be playing at Posthusplatsen Square, just a few blocks from here, on Thursday night at 10 p.m. as part of the Free for All City Festival, Malmöfestivalen, and you should all go. Hello, humans. Welcome to the conference, a conference for humans about technology, society, the media, the future. My name is Johanna, Koljonen, and I will be your host on this stage for the next 2 days. But the conference is made by Media Evolution, an organization that brings us together for our betterment and also for fun. Normally they do that over at Media Evolution City, which you will have the opportunity of visiting, all of you, later this week if you want to. But these 2 days, it happens here. You've all received a little overview brochure of the program, but the full program for these 2 days is online. We have a website, theconference.se/program. That's where you can find all the information. And actually, it's not just about these 2 days, because our program continues all week. There are more seminars after these 2 days, and there are parties to which you are all invited. And I think you should send your friends this link, theconference.se/program, because all of our program here is streamed live on the web, and we know that they will want to be watching. In fact, we know from experience that many of you are already watching elsewhere. Hello, world. Okay, now you're laughing, so now you all get to do that. I say 1, 2, 3, and you say hello, world, okay? And you have to be really loud, because it has to go through my microphone, okay? 1, 2, 3. They say hi. If you would like to speak to the elsewhereers, or indeed to each other while the program is on, the hashtag of the conference is TheConf. TheConf. Yeah. Last year at the conference, we spoke under a headline, Power, Disruption, and Lies. We took a careful look at the power dynamics that shape the marketplace, as well as civil society. James Bridle stood on this stage and spoke about the invisible infrastructures of the networked society, about satellites, about mining, that's mining for metals, not mining for data, about work conditions in warehouses and in factories. For us who work in the media, in technology, in public governance, systems literacy is of vital importance to understand the world. We need to be able to read systems. Because we get excited about new things, as we should, they represent hope and possibilities. But innovations don't magically appear out of nowhere. And when we evaluate new answers or innovate new solutions together, we have to ask ourselves about their full effects, about the entire lifespan of our products, about the total impact of our ideas. It always goes back to the same fundamental question. For our generation, given the unprecedented challenges faced by our civilization and our species, we have to ask ourselves every morning, when we go to work, for instance, am I part of a problem today, or am I part of a solution? Since last year, armed conflict has only escalated. The environmental challenges are worse than we knew, and corporate as well as government monitoring of our lives and communications still pose a real threat to our ability to organize against oppression and exploitation. But more and more humans are choosing to be part of the solution, and that represents real hope. So this year, our conference program today and tomorrow covers clusters of topics oriented towards making changes through our work and in our work. Now, if you're like me and work in the private sector, you might feel that it's a little bit strange to even think that your job might save the world. But here's the thing. We don't have time to wait for political decisions or for the poorer nations to catch up or for the competition to force our hand. Private enterprise is in many ways the sector of society with most agency. Störst handlingsutrymme. And the greatest control of its own impact in society and on the environment. The business world, work life, is where we can act the fastest if we manage to look up from our phones and our Excel sheets and the soul-killing misery of unnecessary meetings. To make good business decisions, that's both financially sound and ethical, we need to look ahead and reflect on the world we're building every day, and that's what the conference is all about. Today and tomorrow we'll be looking at how humans work and how machines work and how to make them work better together. We'll be looking at time and urgency, at trust and community, at methods for testing, tools for thinking, and at storytelling, which is the key to everything, because it is through stories that we are made to really feel the facts. And it's stories that enables people of different backgrounds to communicate and cooperate, whether it's people from different cultures or people from different disciplines, scientists, humanists, artists, inventors, entrepreneurs, those in the service of others, and who else of you I didn't mention in those categories. Stories are the conduit through which we engage. And storytelling was struck by loss this year. The documentary filmmaker Malik Benjelloul, whose Oscar-winning film was made possible by the democratization of filmmaking technology, stood on this stage last year and gave a stirring, humble talk about bravery, commitment, and creation. This year he was taken by depression, an illness that claims too many lives. There's nothing I can say about this loss that will not sound banal. But I will say this about us. Experiencing things, learning things, exposing ourselves to new knowledge and people's traditions and ideas, allowing ourselves to be the person who creates something, a work, an idea, who gives something meaning, or understands something that nobody has understood before, or even just something we ourselves have not understood before. These things should probably not be postponed to later. Let's be in a hurry to live and learn and pause and reflect. Let's make this human searching part not just of our private selves, but also of our professional selves. In this spirit, we will start the conference talks today with another visual artist. This painter, illustrator, and writer reports for, among others, Vice, the New York Times, Vanity Fair, and the Paris Review on topics ranging from Guantanamo Bay to the Spanish general strike, from labor camps in Abu Dhabi to the Syrian rebel forces. To her, drawing is a medium both for communication and for exploring thought. Please welcome Molly Crabapple.